Hey, true believers, Englentine here, and Netflix is going extreme. That's for the 90s kids. I was raising a baby. I was not a 90s kid. Okay, anyway, it turns out that Rob Liefeld doing all his, hey, I'm addicted to Netflix, watching Altered Carbon, binged all the Marvel shows. Who hasn't, really? Seriously, anybody with Netflix and a love of comic books have binged all the Marvel shows to get there. Anyway, he signed a deal. Extreme is coming to Netflix. I think that's very interesting. Can I say it's cool? Not a big Extreme fan, to tell you the truth. But let's go over this. I'm going to try to break this down, so really all I'm giving you is what has been said about it, because every press release comes with flourishes, like it says, oh, Liefeld's Extreme Universe characters debuted in the early 90s when the creator left Marvel. Yeah, we know that, blah, 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 yada, yada. I'm just going to try to go over what they have said about it. So Liefeld was talking to Heat Vision, and this is what he said. Marvel and DC have their own wonderful mythologies, and so too over the last 27 years has Extreme. Fueled by unique and powerful characters and conflicts, they all stand on their own separate foundations. Now, they do talk about how the deal, it was basically, it's the same as an attempt they had last year. They wanted to get some Extreme characters on screen. Akiva Goldsman and producer Graham King approached him. Now Goldsman is going to be in the writer's room for Netflix, and it'll be alongside a producer named Brooklyn Weaver of Energy and Entertainment. So we have that. Now, Liefeld continues to say, the idea is for them to all cross-pollinate, but given the grand nature of the universe, it could be a challenge to keep it under 30 characters across 5 or so potential stories. So there you go. At least we know he's planning on 5 or 6 TV shows for this. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see, they're comparing it to the Miller World Company's deal. So there you go. It is actually like the deal because, as it turns out, Glory, Patriot, Super Patriot, and Youngblood are not part of it. In Mark Miller World, that one didn't have Kick-Ass. So, yeah, let's leave out the big dogs and bring in the little ones. That just doesn't seem fair. So anyway, Liefeld goes on to say, I don't have a super clubhouse. That's not in my catalog. I have a lot more people with a lot of different agendas and resentments and conflicts. So he also says that he and Goldman are plotting out which characters' films will come first, but they're keeping the details secret for now. He does point to a familial struggle that's important in the comics as an example of what the universe has to offer. We have Brigade and Bloodstrike, with the brothers John Stone and Cabot Stone act as Cain and Abel of the universe. So they're going to be acting on the opposite side of a superpower struggle. There you go. And he continues to say, none of my characters are do-gooders. Deadpool wasn't a do-gooder. Cable wasn't a do-gooder. My generation was taking things in a different direction than the people who got powers and automatically became heroes. These conflicts are a little different. They're slightly twisted, and that's the kind of stuff that found a tremendous audience. Well, it was a continuously diminutive audience. Okay, anyway, we did some crazy stuff that will reboot and adapt and put it on screen for a new audience. And he says there's already a substantial audience familiar with the books, and he's hoping that everybody's happy with the product, of course. I hope it is. I've been kind of knocking because I was not a fan of the Extreme comics coming from Liefeld in the 90s. I really wasn't. I picked up Youngblood just like everybody, the very first Image comic book, and it was crap. And I would pick up the number 1 to every new one. You know, we were speculators back then as well. And wow, it got worse and worse as it went. So I'm very interested to see how this plays out, because this is a comic book product, but it's based on comic book product that I myself would never stand behind. The last thing he had to say was, I had to chaperone my daughter's party the night before Bright came out. And she said, Dad, can you just be upstairs and not be seen tonight? I said, honey, I've got a brand new $100 million movie that's going to do. Okay, he's talking about that. Okay. So, yeah, he likes Netflix stuff. I got to admit, so do I. But I love the streaming sites anyway. I hope for all my negativity coming here, I do believe that Rob Liefeld loves the medium. And I think he loves that he gets to do what he does for a living. So whatever happens here, I know that it's going to be done with passion. And sometimes, even if it's bad, a passionate film can be so bad, it's good. So I really am hoping that these are good, just flat out. But this is one of those cases where low expectations but high hopes. But that's just my opinion of this whole shebang. What is yours? What do you think about Rob Liefeld's Extreme Studios? Except for, of course, Youngblood, Glory, and Super Patriot, the popular ones, coming to Netflix. Are you excited, or are you kind of like me, where it's like, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I just don't have any hope that it's going to be good. I'm sorry, guys. Actually, I do hope it is good. It's just, there you go. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you know the drill. Click like, share to get the word out about the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell and the subscribe button. Even if you think you're already subscribed and that bell is already rung, just double check, because YouTube's been kind of messing things up these days. Also, this is the way we make our living, as meager as it is. So if you don't mind helping the channel out, go on over to Patreon. The link's in the description below. And drop $1 in the till. Helps keep making videos and help us keep the lights on over here. That's always a nice thing to do. We do have tier rewards, of course, as well as a graphic novel giveaway. NERDROTIC channel won last month. This month is a winner's pick. So, if you win, you get to pick whichever one you want here. And, yeah, we'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.